Today, we are diving into the world of audio gear specifically for ASMR creators. Now, most people are familiar with ASMR, but for those who might have clicked out of curiosity, we're talking about autonomous sensory meridian response. It's that unique, static-like tingling that usually starts at the scalp and travels down the spine. While it often happens randomly in day-to-day life, there is a massive community here on YouTube dedicated to triggering that sensation through intentional sounds. Whether it's the sound of a soft brush on a mic, the rhythmic clicking of nails, or gentle whispering, these triggers are huge for helping people reduce stress or fall asleep. But if you want to produce content that actually works, your audio needs to be flawless. In ASMR, your gain is turned up so high to catch those tiny whispers that every imperfection in your equipment or your room becomes magnified. So if you're looking to level up your ASMR audio, here are the 5 pillars you need to prioritize. 1. Condenser over dynamic. First off, you absolutely need a condenser microphone. Forget about dynamic mics like the Shure SM7B for this specific niche. They just aren't sensitive enough. You need a diaphragm that can capture every single mouth click and microscopic texture. If it's not a powered condenser mic, it is not going to give your viewers that intimate sensory experience they were looking for. 2. The power of stereo. Standard dialogue is usually mono, but great ASMR almost requires a stereo signal. Whether you use a matched pair of mics or a single unit with a stereo pickup pattern, you want to mimic the human experience. When you move from left to right, the listener should feel like you're actually moving from one of their ears to the other. 3. Ultra-low self-noise. Since you'll be cranking your preamp gain to hear a whisper, any hiss from the microphone itself will sound like a jet engine in the background. You need a mic with extremely low self-noise. Silence should actually sound like silence, so that the only thing the listener hears is the trigger itself. 4. Keep the processing natural. While I usually advocate for a strong signal chain with compression and EQ for standard videos, you have to pull back for ASMR. Too much radio processing, like heavy bass boosts or aggressive compression, can ruin the immersion. You want the signal to sound as natural and transparent as possible. 5. Acoustic treatment is non-negotiable. You can have the most expensive mic in the world, but if your room has a ring to it, it will distract your audience. You need a dead space with zero reverb. I've seen creators make great content in their bedrooms, but even a little bit of treatment like thick curtains, bookshelves, or even a temporary pillow fort can drastically improve the quality by stopping your voice from bouncing off the walls. Recommended gear. If you're looking for the endgame setup, my top pick is the Neumann TLM-103. It's pricey, especially since you really need 2 for a stereo setup, but the detail and lack of noise are virtually unmatched. For a slightly more versatile option, the AKG-C414 is legendary. It's a condenser with multiple polar patterns and very low noise, making it a favorite for many high-end creators. If you're on a tighter budget, the Rode NT1 is a fantastic entry point. It's famous for being one of the quietest microphones ever made, and at around $200, it's much more accessible for those just starting out. Finally, for that true binaural effect, there's the 3DO FreeSpace Pro 2. It has those iconic silicone ears with mics inside the canals. It perfectly replicates how the human brain processes sound direction, which is why it's a staple in the ASMR community. Hopefully, these tips help you take your channel to the next level. If you found this useful, give the video a like and hit that subscribe button for more home studio deep dives. I'll see you in the next one.